Assalamu alaikum. My name is Manha Rahman and I am in grade 4. I would like to be presenting weather recording device. Purpose. I chose this topic because people can predict the weather, but they don't know if it will change. I am interested in it because weather always changes, so I want to know exactly what the weather is like each day. Inquiry question. How does a weather recording device affect our knowledge of weather and affect our environment? Background information. The common instruments of measure are altimeter, wind vane, pressure sensor, thermometer, hydrometer, and rain gauge. Those are the types of things that record the weather and climate. A hydrometer is for measuring humidity, an altimeter is for measuring wind and speed, a thermometer is air and sea surface temperature. Last but not least, a barometer is for measuring atmospheric pressure. Hypothesis. I think it affects us by helping us know what will happen, and so we can be prepared when anything happens. So whenever we want to know the weather, it would help us. Variable and process of experiment/innovation. In order to make a weather recording device, you will need 2 alcohol-filled thermometers. They must read exactly the same temperature when placed side by side out of direct sunlight, clear packing tape, cotton shoelace, the hollow type, 1 or 2 liter bottle, label removed, water, distilled is best, but tap will do, thread, all, and a relative humidity chart. Process of experiment and innovation. First, poke a hole in 1 or 2 liter bottle. Then, you take one of the thermometers and cut a piece of packing tape. After that, you tape the thermometers on the bottle. Then, you cut a piece of hollow shoelace and slip it over the top of the bulb of the thermometer. Then, the shoelace part of the thermometer has to go in the hole in the bottle. And after that, you have to put water in the bottle and then tape the other thermometer next beside it, and then you're finished. This is what it turns out after it's finished. It has 2 thermometers, and if you pour in the water, if you see just a shoelace inside it, pour the water just about touching the shoelace, you could see that this thermometer will be recording the temperature inside the bottle, and this one will be recording the one outside to see the percentage of what is in the bottle, the humidity in the bottle. Data analysis. In order to use a relative humidity chart, you have to see what the dry thermometer and the wet thermometer says. Example, the thermometer of the room is 27. The temperature of the room is 27. And the humidity in the bottle is 34. So let's subtract 34 and 27. The answer is 7. So then you find the number 7 at the top and find the number 27 on the side. After that, you see that 27 goes across and 7 goes down. You'll see that the percentage of it is 53. This is how you use a relative humidity chart. Conclusion. Atmospheric scientists study weather processes, the global dynamics of the climate, solar radiation and its effects, and the role of atmospheric chemistry in the ozone depletion, climate change, and pollution. They observe what's going on in our atmosphere today and compare it to records from years past. To monitor the weather, atmospheric scientists use highly specialized instruments that measure rainfall, wind, speed and direction, humidity, and atmospheric pressure. You can measure these at your home or school. Begin creating a weather station by building a psychrometer, also called a hydrometer, to measure the relative humidity. Recommendations for further research. My recommendations for further research. In the future, I want to build equipment that can help save the environment. I want to protect the world from global warming and help reduce the pollution in our world. I thank my father and Google for helping me out on this project. Impact on society. I think this will make an impact on on society by helping people know what the weather is like whenever they want. I know what you're thinking. How does that make an impact on society? Well, it does because plants need to be at a certain temperature. Sometimes they can die from being very cold. If they die, humans will not have enough oxygen and then people will start to die. So this makes a big, huge impact on society. Sources. Acknowledgement. I thank my father because without him I couldn't do this project or have help to do the hard parts punching the hole in the bottle and have any of the materials that I needed. Without Google, I would not be able to finish this presentation. I would not be able to have a native human chart, so I thank for my father and Google. Thank you for listening to my presentation.